Hey, what's up guys? In this video we're going to take a look at some weather phenomena. We've also got some more sea level rise to report on. Looks to be the new norm now, especially in the northern hemisphere. Also put together a really cool video picture slideshow I think you guys are going to enjoy. Neat sky phenomena from all around the world. First, I'm going to let you guys know where I've been the last 2 or 3 days. My machine, my laptop, has been in the shop. It had a keyboard issue that I finally had to get fixed because I was noticing more and more often I was having misspelled words show up in my video presentation, in emails that I was sending out, and it was a glitch in the keyboard. Letters were sticking, and if you didn't proofread every single letter, one would get through invariably. In fact, I had some show up in video presentations that I didn't see when I proofread it. So I took it in, and as it turned out, there was a glitch in the keyboard of the model of laptop that I have. I wasn't the only person that this had been happening to. So they took care of it. They only had it for a couple of days. So I had to wait on my machine. So I got it back. Works great. They did a fantastic job. Now back to here at Google Earth. We're looking at a very large storm that extends, believe it or not, 2,500 miles. Check this out. We're going to measure it from central Canada all the way out to the central Pacific Ocean. Actually, it's over 2,500. 2,700 miles long. Can you believe that? That is a very large atmospheric river that's making its way inland right now as I do this video. They're comparing the water volume in this storm system to that of the mouth of the Mississippi River, as we're going to read here at comonews.com. Category 4 atmospheric river heading into the Pacific Northwest. What does that mean? You can see a picture of the same storm I just showed you right there, right here. And to kind of summarize this article here, which you can find linked below in the description box, there is the potential for flooding this weekend in parts of the Pacific Northwest. You can see the storm coming in over here at surfline.com. Very rough seas here off the coast of Oregon. Large waves in the area of 20 to 25 feet, high winds, rough surf. You can see the camera shaking here from time to time. There's all kinds of cameras up and down the West Coast. In fact, all around the world. Surfline.com is a really neat website. I love to use it. But anyway, back to the storm. I'm looking at a camera right in here off the coast, looking out off the coast of Oregon. Very, very rough seas. This is going to continue for the next several hours. In fact, a couple of days. You can see the very heavy rain showers and snow and the elevations coming inland from this massive storm. The article goes on to talk about these atmospheric rivers, and it's a relatively new term in the public meteorological world, given when there's a long, narrow plume of tropical moisture carrying intense rainfall across the atmosphere, like a river in the sky. These columns of vapor move with the weather, carrying an amount of, get this, water vapor, roughly the equivalency of the water flow at the mouth of the Mississippi River. Just incredible. And sometimes these things are a good thing, and sometimes it can be a little bit too much. They're categorizing this one as a AR Cat 4. Mostly hazardous, but sometimes beneficial. It depends on how fast the rain comes down. Any situation where the rain comes down too fast, you're going to incur flash flooding, which is not a good thing. Now, if this disperses the rain over the course of, say, 48 hours, and you get anywhere from 3, 4, maybe 5 inches of rain, that's a good thing. You're going to get snow up in the elevations. I've seen atmospheric rivers bring 70 to 100 inches of snow up into the Sierra Nevada mountains, which is a water supply for the California area. So that's when it's a good beneficial thing. But if it comes down too fast, then it's not a good thing. Or the winds get too strong, or the waves get too out of control, and it affects ships and boats, and then of course erosion along the land. But the wind right now, according to windy.com, is near 60 miles an hour, especially along the coast of Washington and Oregon. Mainly Oregon right now. Some of this weather is going to move through California over the next few days, bringing rain showers to California, Nevada, obviously Utah, Idaho, and down into parts of Arizona. We could see some rain the first part of next week, quite possibly even on Christmas Day. Back to the atmospheric river. This is the first of a couple that are going to be coming towards Canada and the Pacific Northwest. If we look here at weathercharts.com, here's today, and you can see the storm rolling in. It's 2,500, actually over 2,500 miles long. Behind it, you're going to see another one come through. Behind that, that's on Tuesday and Wednesday. You're going to see another one come through on Thursday and Friday. And then on Saturday and Sunday, yet another one. Look what's going on up here in the Aleutians up in Alaska. This is next weekend. There's going to be a low pressure system that's going to have the strength. The central low pressure is going to be the equivalency of a Category 3 hurricane. That's 936 millibars. Those are going to be some very strong winds, producing some very tall waves, probably in the 40 to 45 foot range. You can see here at the GOES 17, the storm in infrared moving inland once again right now as I do this video. So there's weather charts showing more of these atmospheric rivers making their way inland. This is the first of several to make impact on the Pacific Northwest. I mentioned earlier about sea level rise. Here's an article from cbc.ca out of Canada, dated December 17th, 2019. Philip shared this with me from Nova Scotia. It goes on to say, Nova Scotia town sinking as sea levels rising. We talked about that at the beginning of the video. We're going to go to the location, which is yet another new location starting to see the effects of sea level rise. They're saying that this town right here is sinking. In literal terms, the water is overtaking the coastline of this little town known as Liverpool. We've talked about here recently, our friend Philip has shared pictures with us of sea level rise up in this area here in northern Nova Scotia. Now we're seeing it come down into the southeastern part of Nova Scotia. All this area up here is experiencing sea level rise. Same thing is occurring over in Italy. They're dealing with sea level rise. It seems to be right now a northern hemisphere phenomena, but you can see it's moving south. So we're getting close to the northeastern United States. So you'll have to tell me, because I don't know, I haven't heard anything. Is sea level rise starting to occur along the coast of Maine, possibly Massachusetts? If it's coming from here to here, it looks like it may be headed in that direction, but we'll have to keep a close eye on it and see. But you'll find an article here dated the 17th, Nova Scotia town sinking as sea level rises. As I mentioned in a previous video, if I found out any new information on the Chilean Air Force plane that was en route from Chile to Antarctica, they did find the plane. Unfortunately, there were no survivors, but for whatever reasons, they don't know right now. The plane did go down. They have found the plane, and unfortunately, no survivors. So, sad story coming out of South America, Chile, in fact. I want to talk real quick about this EF3 tornado, one of many that went through Louisiana the first part of this week. Not only Louisiana, but Mississippi, Alabama, and if I'm not mistaken, Georgia. There was one in Louisiana that was on the ground for an unprecedented 61 miles. Unbelievable. I mean, you just don't hear of that happening, but it left a trail 61 miles long. Once again, that was an unprecedented tornado outbreak. I have seen many times tornadoes in the month of December. It's not uncommon, but to have an outbreak like that is kind of rare. Now the sky phenomena picture slideshow I put together, there's a couple of little videos in here too that I found interesting. I want to thank all you guys for your awesome work. You're wide awake and on the ball. Fosse out of Germany. Sky's so pink it made the snow on the ground look pink. Beautiful photographs from Germany. Perlita from Cave Creek, Arizona. Big beams in the sky. Scott M, Minnesota. Sunbeam coming up with the sunrise. Charlotte, North Carolina. Tina of a bright orange sky. Big rainbow, the Happy Snapper. Not exactly sure of the location, but great observation. Much like this one here from Oahu, Hawaii, sent by His Holy Tether on YouTube. Beautiful double rainbow. Low profile. Look how low that is to the ground. Unbelievable. Great job, guys. Savannah, Tennessee. Terrell noticed a hole punch cloud with a very unusual shape. Aurora, Colorado. Sheila, some rings around the sun. Brisbane, Australia, Timsey, notice what looks like a dark triangle off in the distance. Good observation. Tim R, not exactly sure where this is at, but another example of a hole punch cloud. Beautiful sky here out of Ontario, sent in by Sally S. Ontario, once again, some spectacular clouds, very, very low to the ground, almost look like you could reach up and touch them. Robert from Brownsville, Texas. More big beams in the sky. Germany, sent in by Natalie, almost look like a comet going through the sky. Some amazing cloud pictures you're going to see here. Here's one, and then you're going to see some that are truly remarkable. Look at this. Once again, sent in by Natalie out of Germany. Great observation. Looks like some sort of a huge web over there in the sky. Just incredible. Like I said, you guys are wide awake and on the ball. Keep the photos coming. Really enjoy them. La Quinta, California. Mike, notice some what look like gravity waves up in the sky. Michelle from Glendale, Arizona. Pinks and purples and golds on the horizon at sunset. Mount Ridge, Kansas. Marcy and Neil. Halo around the moon. Speaking of the moon, Jonathan from Quebec. Big full moon photo. Got several during the last full moon cycle. You guys had clear nights and got some exceptional photographs of the full moon. Good job. Central California, Lisa B, of an unusual square in the clouds. Look at that. That just doesn't happen very often. That's a perfect 90-degree angle there and there. And you got to ask yourself, how does something like that happen? I would have taken a picture of it too, Lisa. Good job. Flagstaff, Arizona. Jennifer of some dark clouds up by the sun. Gabby B noticed a very small section of the horizon that was just super dark orange during sunset. Longview, Texas, Sam W. This is the ground. That's actually a lake, and you've got the sunset reflecting off of the lake. Beautiful photograph. Mesa, Arizona, Mark G. Spectacular orange and blue sky at sunset. Frog Lady, 1967. Look at this real quick. That is the sunset or sunrise reflecting off of the hood of their vehicle down here. Look at that. And then there's a big beam also coming up with the sun at either sunrise or sunset. I want to say the sunrise. How about that? Great observation. Albany, New York, Dwayne G. Some sort of a shadow up in the sky near the sun. Carlsbad, New Mexico. This almost looks like a giant snowflake. This is a little video that Robert sent in of a cloud structure going over New Mexico. Look at that. Dallas, Fort Worth, Cassie, notice some very colorful clouds up by the sun. Sent in this video from the great state of Texas. Look at that. Don't see those very often. Generally, those types of clouds don't get outside of the Arctic Circle, so it's kind of rare to see them down in the 30, 35 degree latitude. If you guys have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. All of the photos end up here at the Sky Phenomena Photo Gallery. Sometimes I use the photos in a picture slideshow, just like you saw right here. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.